What is up, folks? Justin Phillip here. Welcome back to the world of independent, low-budget filmmaking. Today we're going to be talking about small rig products once again, and how I like to refer to them as the Legos of the camera world. It's funny to me because I watch a lot of indie filmmakers on YouTube and just YouTubers in general and vloggers and other indie filmmakers, and a lot of people aren't talking about small rig, which is crazy to me. Like, why aren't people talking about small rig? To me, they are the coolest products that independent, low-budget filmmakers like myself have available to us. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch my previous episode, it's called Building a Custom GH5 Shoulder Rig / Handheld Rig, something like that. Please, I encourage you to check it out if you are into customizing your own rigs. Let me reiterate that that video is not only for GH5s. This rig that I've built, I can swap this GH5 out with any other little mirrorless camera. Sony a7 III or 4 or 6 or whatever number and letter combination Sony's on right now will fit in here. They're mirrorless cameras anyways. The new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K camera could fit in here. Any camera can fit in here. I just happen to own the GH5. That's why it's in here. You know, we're not going to talk anymore about this rig. If you want to know how I built it, I literally go break it down piece by piece. You can check out that video. Today's video, though, is more about this little product right here. I received this one Friday. I got back from a shoot. I was doing a little corporate gig out in Vegas, and when I got back, I had this and some other products from Amazon for me, waiting for me at the door, because I shot a narrative piece over the weekend. I'm going to plug some stuff right now. I shot some stuff with this new Facebook web series for a new channel. They're a fairly new channel on Facebook. This isn't a YouTube thing now. This is a Facebook thing, and they're called LOL Parenting. Their Facebook following is ginormous. It's called LOL Parenting, and right before Christmas, I shot 10 episodes of a new series for them called Mommy Hacks. Now, don't search Mommy Hacks on YouTube, because the Mommy Hacks on YouTube is a way different thing than Mommy Hacks on Facebook. Anyways, I'm the cinematographer for it, and I'm also like a character in it, and if you watch it, you'll see what I mean. She talks to the camera guy. It's kind of like The Office mixed with a Christopher Guest movie. And if you're not familiar with Christopher Guest, he did Waiting for Guffman, Spinal Tap, Best in Show, those movies. He also, his latest one was Mascots on Netflix, which I also worked on. I was one of the mascot doubles on that. So if you're into Christopher Guest and if you're into The Office, you'll probably be into Mommy Hacks on Facebook. So you just go to Facebook, type in the search bar Mommy Hacks, it'll pop up. They're averaging like 35,000 views on that show. So, and there's 9 more episodes to put out. Anyways, those guys, the same channel, LOL Parenting, they hired me back to do another shoot for them. This is actually the 3rd thing I shot for them, and it's a little kind of like a short film. It's a cinematic narrative piece called Fairy Wings, and that's what I did this weekend. And I brought, of course, my GH5 rig. I brought all my gear, except sadly, one little piece of gear I forgot. This was the only tripod I brought with me, because I knew I was doing a single camera thing, so I thought I don't need my other tripods, right? I own 3 other tripods on top of this one. I only brought this one. I had a slider, my 4-foot carbon fiber slider, and there was one slider shot I wanted to do. Like, this guy, he's doing an internal monologue, and there's a nice slow push in on him. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use the slider for that. And we're getting the slider out, and then I realized, oh, I don't have a head to put on this, because I usually use a Benro fluid head on top of the slider, but I didn't bring my Benro tripod. And we decided, well, let's just set the camera on top of the slider and just, yeah, I'll push it with no there's no quick release. It's just literally sitting on the slider. I'm holding it, and we're pushing in while I'm, pulling focus myself. And I saw the shot, and it's no bueno, unfortunately. But about 25% of it was on sticks, and then I had some cool steady rig shots with it, which is cool. And then a lot of it was shot on shoulder rig, which brings me to what the topic of this video is about. So I probably lost all 5 of you that actually clicked to watch this, but if there's one lonely soul survivor we're going to talk about this little piece, like I said about 10 minutes ago. Now, this is crazy to me. Small rig is like, this is why I call small rig the Legos of the camera world. Because this, first of all, this thing was not bought this way. I just completely threw this thing together this way. I'm not going to go anymore, but I mean, there's multiple handles on this thing. There's multiple places to put my Atomos recorder on this thing. Now, I know GH5 is a pretty sweet machine, right? Like, it can do 400 megabits per second, 10-bit, all internal. It's even got a thing called All-I, which goes beyond 10-bit, all internal. People are like, why do you need a ProRes recorder? Well, one, this is an amazing monitor, but two, I would much prefer to edit ProRes files than whatever crazy files this thing is putting out. Especially when I'm editing on a MacBook Pro that only has 16 gigabytes of RAM, okay? So ProRes is the savior, especially when it takes like 5 hours to make proxies. So I don't even want to get into all that madness. We're currently creating a new awesome editing machine, all PC, building our own PC. So maybe I'll do a whole nother video on that. But back to the nature at hand. This little machine right here. So see, check it out. This is what I love about small rig too. Talk about Legos. You know, remember how you could like pull apart and put back together Legos? Look at that. Look, you notice how I'm just like totally taking this thing all apart? This was my side handle here. Boom, gone. Okay, now I put, let's see. We're gonna switch this thing around here so you can get a better view of what's going on here. Here's my cage. Yeah, this is the beautiful beauty of them all. The 50 mil Rokinon Cinelens. Okay, so this little piece right here, I put on the side of my Versa cage, right? It's just a little add-on. Boom, boom. You just put it in there, a little hole, right? I take a little baby 15 millimeter rod. I put that in there like so. Okay. And now, here's the piece I got off brand new for Thursday night. Check this bad boy out. This is a NATO rail with a hole for a 15 millimeter rod. Okay. Okay, so then you put that in there. Chimichanga, chimichanga. You tighten this up. Now you do need a Leatherman. I always, on set, I was having my AC, shout out to Justin Miles, he's my go-to AC, and slash gaffer, slash second camera op for when we do our 3 camera shows, 3 camera setup. Okay, so I was having him take my Leatherman and tighten down all these little levers everywhere. You know, even my follow focus has one. This is the Camera R follow focus. It's a single 15 millimeter hole. Anyways, this bad boy right here, okay, this is your monitor holder, EVF holder, whatever you want to call it. Okay, look, it's got a little NATO thing. And now we are going to slide it right down in here. And it just, oh, I got this thing on backwards. Oh no, I put it on backwards. Okay, let's swap it around. Yeah, that's a good note. Where it says small rig, that's probably the front side. Okay, now we're gonna slide this down in here. It's got a little safety latch like all the NATOs do. Boom, 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 look at that, look at that, look at that. Now, I'm going to slide this little rail, ching ching, right? Push this back. See, it's totally customizable. Now this bad boy right here, he tightens this way. See that? Do you see what's happening here? Your monitor, the Atomos, Small HD, whatever you have, is gonna sit right here, right? It's gonna sit right here, and then it's totally, you can tilt this any way you want. You can slide it up and down. I mean, you can push it back and forth on here. You can totally set that monitor anywhere you want it. And that's what I did. And if you saw my previous video, you'd be like, Justin, man, I thought you already had a NATO thing for that monitor holder. Well, I did, but you could only go up and down. And I mean, I was limited. I couldn't go back and forth like this. And that's what the 15 millimeter rail, the little miniature one, that's what that one allows you to do. So now I can slide it back and forth. Instead of just up and down and forward and backward, now I can go back and forth as well. And then I got this cool little toy. This is just a little, now I'm kind of a nerd. This is just a little, look, it looked like a little charm, right? But it's not. It is a little miniature tool. And this is for your quick release plates. And this one fits into all those Allen key holes. you know, for any time you need an Allen key. So I know it's pretty dorky. I'm like super dorky that I have this on my neck, but I don't know. I'm on tons of shoots. A lot of the stuff I do is run and gun style shooting. I mean, even the narrative stuff I do, it's so low budge, man. It's like there ain't no time for nothing. So me just having this around my neck, being able to quickly like tighten stuff and loosen stuff, it's just kind of cool to have stuff on the fly like that. But check that out, man. Now cut to, you know, they were like, yo, let's get this shoulder rig shot. I don't know if anyone was that super animated and excited, but I know I was. But then, so here we go. So see, this is why you have to tighten everything down. Just make it super tight. But look at this. This is crazy. My monitor is right in front of my face. I love it, you know? And look at, oh, if I stand like this, it looks like I'm holding a Canon C300. Seriously, look at that side shot. Ooh, has he got a Canon C300? No, my friend. No, it's a GH5. It's a GH5. And I know a lot of people are like, what, GH5 compared to Canon C300? But I don't know, man. I'm a huge Lumix fan. I love the GH5. I love what it can do. I love what it's capable of, especially when connected with an Atomos recorder. Especially nowadays, you can get the Atomos Ninja V, and it's, you know, 2 inches smaller than this thing, which is pretty rad. So there you have it. That's my latest small rig shout out for those guys. I mean, I don't work for them. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not trying to have you guys buy their products, but I just wanted to share the love of small rig. Maybe you guys would, I don't know, let me know what you think about it. You love it? You hate it? You think I'm silly for dumping all the money? I mean, it's like, here's the thing too. You can, for the more expensive small rig items, because they do have some fairly expensive items, you can just watch for those on eBay for someone that's selling them. But a majority of their stuff, I just buy straight off Amazon because it's like hardware. It's hardware pieces for your camera. And unfortunately, because of the hardware aspect of it, it's kind of hard to find secondhand, especially from like local secondhand places, such as in Facebook Market or OfferUp or Craigslist, which are all 3 awesome options, especially if you live here in Los Angeles. But people aren't really selling small rigs secondhand because A, they either don't know about it or they don't have it, or B, it's like people aren't really gonna pay a lot for it because it's like hardware for your camera. You know, it's like buying washers and bolts at Ace Hardware. You know, it's that kind of equivalent. So you just kind of got to buy it brand new or look for the deals on the more expensive items on eBay. But with all that being said, let me know your guys' favorite ways of customizing your rigs, what you're doing on set, if you're even into like customizing, or maybe you're just like, nah, whatever, man, just pick it up and go, bro. And that's cool too. I'm about it. Thanks again for watching. I'm Justin Phillip. I'm with Dog Times Productions. If you're interested in anything that I shoot, the majority of the stuff that I shoot is not on YouTube, not on my own channel. There are a couple things on there that I shot, but I keep a lot of my stuff limited to my Vimeo channel because I use a lot of copyrighted music, especially in my reels. And that's at vimeo.com/filmedbyjustin. Or what's even easier to see, if you really want to check me out, go to my website, justinphillip.net/cinematography, and all of my reels are on there. A lot of stuff that I shot is on there. Or if you want to see what I'm doing on the daily, I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff at my Instagram, at JPOnFilm. And with that, I'm out.